Jai Hind everyone. It's an honor to welcome you all on this platform of ideas, expressions, and meaningful conversations. With this, my name is Aditya Upadhyay and I'll be your host for today's Sanvad. So today we have with us a very special guest whose academic and industrial experience has a lot to learn. Dr. Shankadeep Chattopadhyay is an independent researcher specialized in English literature and cultural studies. Currently, he is an analyst of AI and large language model at InnoData India Private Limited, where he works with the intersection of language, technology, and hybrid culture. With this, welcome to Sanvad, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Sir,
so much for this warm welcome. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
could you tell us about your background and what brought you closer to your engagement with AI?
Well, to begin with, we cannot even think about at this age that where we have progressed so far. But talking about my background, I come from a background in English literature and cultural studies, and the thing that brought me to this particular industrial role is my deep penchant for that how language works digitally. And while exploring it a couple of years back, and I launched in this career. So yeah, that's what it brings me to this role. But behind that, to talk about the bridge between humanities and artificial intelligence, there are n numbers of bridges. If we go in deep detail, we will see that how speech recognition therapists work in language models and how they deal with the language model in audio sensitivity. And secondly, the my perspective was to look at AI from a research perspective, because I'm an independent researcher in digital humanities. So I try to look at how the bridge and connection between humanity and artificial intelligence works. So, in order to understand it more in more technical depth, I have entered this role. But simultaneously, I'm researching on that perspective also, humanities perspective. Yeah.
Okay, so that was very interesting to know. As you mentioned that you are from literature background, so I would like to know that what is the relationship between AI and the discipline of literature and humanities, and how do literature and cultural studies scholars look at AI?
Well, that's a pertinent question and question of depth. So I'd just like to introduce about some prospects called techno-humanities that is continuously being developed and simultaneously researched by the researchers worldwide. So as I was saying that my expertise in digital humanities brought me here, but the scholars and disciplinary students of literature and humanities, they look at artificial intelligence from a very not always from a very humanly perspective as we always see that, but there are differences between industry roles where the graduates, humanities graduate, go and undertake jobs in industry level. So that is one thing. And the researchers, they look it as how the function of authorship, the human author and the artificial author, the difference between how authorship programs or functions, the function of creativity, the function of language works inside a machinic intelligence, and what are the associations or what sort of contribution can human understanding put there. So these are very important concerns. Under this domain, there is a huge bulk of other ideas that contemporary researchers are currently working on, like how mythological explanations, how mythic stories actually contain the idea of intelligent machines like automata, hybrid figures. And also, researchers are looking at this perspective that how the ethical aspects of artificial intelligence should be handled. And there are several posts that are being continuously emerged in the field of ethical AI leadership. So, yes, ethicality and artificial intelligence, ethics, communication, these are several fields to which the humanities scholars look at. But yeah, there are more to that, just to name a few.
Yes, sir. It was very great to know. I have three questions combined with one. That first is how is AI shaping the global as well as Indian economy now? And what jobs are at the risk at the age of AI? And what are the skills that are needed by the people who are aiming for employment in the future?
Well, see, the current stage that we are standing, current time, and the current socio-economic condition of our country, to be very honest, where we are standing right now, it's very important to grasp the idea of integration, about integration of this particular technology, or rather tool, in our everyday lives, because it's not about only just fearing about the jobs are getting lost or several posts are getting vacant across industries and whether it's educational or financial, but above all, the idea is to familiarize this tool more, to become more efficient in our productivity and job roles. So the global economy has been shaping itself for a long time in this artificial intelligence research and this new emerging job roles. But the kind of massive change that we as Indians are witnessing since the last half of 2022 is a post wave of artificial intelligence, I must say. And therefore, there is no such thing called this particular job is at risk. Rather, the module or the mode of that particular job is being transformed. If I have to put example and cite example, I will talk about the financial sectors and the banking sectors and the customer representative blocks, where the customer efficient members talk with their clients and customers to give solutions to several problems. So those jobs are being done by AI. So ultimately, any sort of field that does tasks in a repetitive and monitoring and repetitive manner, those are in a very vulnerable position. So they are very much vulnerable or susceptible to be to sooner or be later going to oblivion. So, but the better concern is, the better half is that several other job roles are being emerged, such as just I was talking about an AI ethical communication expert or AI ethics in consultant in the humanities field. If I may emphasize on that, because in the technological field there are multiple things like machine learning engineer and data analyst and several other positions and job roles. So yes, so in a way, the idea of job culture is being shaped. It's just similar the way when computer was invented. We saw a massive change in the job market. Things are being mechanized and the machine is taking control of human output. But this time it's a bit different, and I must say it's massively different. So yeah, these sectors I think are more susceptible, like financial, banking, industrial, several couple of industrial positions. And so, yes.
Okay, sir. Very well said, sir. So the next question is that what jobs do you foresee students aspiring to in this AI-driven industry?
Well, once again, that depends upon what sort of domain you are mastering on, what sort of domain you are specializing on. If you are specializing in technological perspective or a business perspective, then there are branches inside the umbrella term called machine learning engineer. So there are several other technical tools and analyst experts. Those are being hired in a rampant basis right now in our country. So, and if I may talk from the humanities perspective, yes, there are several roles like prompt engineers and AI data analyst ethics, and roles like AI consultant, speech recognition therapist, and speech engineer, language and audio engineer. So these are the emerging job roles, and especially people from linguistics, they have a stronger ground on this particular thing, because they supervise how language actually gets integrated inside machine framework. So they are mastering on NLP and computational linguistics. So several job roles are being emerged on that ground also, and it's in high demand, that I must say.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Finally, the question that I want to ask is that, is there any message that you would like to give to the listeners of Sanvad?
Yeah, the thing is, in this age, the most important thing is to focus on human creativity. I am not a pessimist person. I deeply embrace technology with humanitarian progress, but there is no substitute of human intelligence. More critical you can think, the more critically you can nurture ideas, the more it is better for us, the more it is better for us as humans. Because there are something that machines still cannot do. We can't say that it won't be able to do that in coming times, but even if it becomes able to do that, at least I hope and believe we will have some sort of agency to control the governance regarding that particular thing. But to think creatively, to build communication skills, and to build a particular forte in creative thought nurturing and inciting ideas. So that is most important in contemporary time.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time and
Thank you so
your
much.
wisdom. It was a pleasure to have you here with us.